Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So, we got a 3 mark in the MT-25, finally. I've been waiting to get a 3 mark in the MT-25, the 12T, one of the tier 6 lights, and I finally got it on the MT-25. I don't know how I did it. I had a really good game on, I think it was Proc. I did like 5,000 spotting damage, and I went from like 89% all the way up to like 93 or something crazy like that. Might have been even more combined. I think it was like 6,000 combined. It was crazy, guys, but I didn't save it because it was mostly all spotting damage, and I was just, flying through the games in the MT-25 because I'm like, I think I can mark this thing now because I got a big jump, right? So we're on studs, guys, and this is the 3 mark game. And what I'd like to do on studs is, if I am top tier, I will make a very aggressive play in pretty much any light tank and do this so I can get the initial spots on the TDs. And then I'm going to come up here, whip around, because what happens, guys, I'm going to tell you the mistakes I make on this map, and maybe it'll help you, right? So on this map, guys, what I usually do is I come through here, right? Sometimes it depends on like how aggressive I want to be. If I'm in the even 90, sometimes I'll just rip right through here. But if there's EBRs and crap on the other team, I will not do it. This is a tier 6 game, so I made the pass right here. We come up, and then if I'm not lit, I'll come up onto the hill and like, and spot everyone over here on this hill. The mistake I make, guys, and this happens to me all the time, not all the time, but it's happened to me probably 5 or 6 times at least within the last couple months. What I do is I stay here, or I come up to this building before these guys get here, or just they're not far enough forward, like they'll all like camp here by like this church and crap, and I can't like get their support, right? And what happens is people will jump right down into this ravine, or like whatever you want to call this, and they'll come right up and just, wreck you. And the only way you can get out of this is to run this way. And then once you're running this way, they'll come after you and they'll chase you, right? So that's my mistake that I make on this map, guys. What you want to do from the start is get over to this side of the buildings, because once you're here, you can't come up. Like over here, you can pull up, but over here, you can't. Like you got to come up like from all the way over here and then come around, because it's too steep. Like right here, like I try and come up like right here, and I can never do it, and I get stuck and I get pissed off because people are just like freaking ramming me and crap, and it's so annoying. So what you got to do to play it safe, guys, and what I recommend is that you make a pass and then come behind this building until you know that your guys are like winning this ravine, or whatever you want to call it here, this river. And once you're past that midway point, then you can make the play to go to this bush right here and spot this and get your shots on people that are over here. I hope that helps you guys. All right, let's keep going with the video because it's going to be a long video now. So I'm just waiting here, guys. Like I said, I'm playing it safe, I'm being smart, and I'm waiting to see what comes my way. So here we go, guys. We got the STRV in the open. We're going to take a couple shots at this guy. The DPM on this tank is pretty good, guys. I have 2 setups for this thing, right? I have Binox on my one setup, because you have the different configuration now with the new patch. And then instead of Binox, I run it the same. I still run like vertical stabilizer and optics, I think, are the other 2. I just switch out Binox for rammer, and I also run the rammer directive. So that's the 2 what do you call it, configurations that I run. So we're running the one with Binox because we're on studs, and usually Binox will pay off on studs. So I'm running that one. It's a 2.8 second reload, or 2.9 second reload without the rammer, 2.5 seconds with the rammer. So unfortunately, we might have gotten an extra shot in the STRV there, you never know. But that's the way I'm running it, so that's why, the reload isn't insanely fast. T52 is lit, and now, okay, so I'm showing you guys again, now that all my guys are over here, you could see all my guys are over here, right? So now on the map, I see like I'm good to go. Now I can come up into this bush. So to emphasize that one more time to you guys. And what I get to a point where I start telling these guys, like, look, you guys have shots at this M6. Like look on the map, you have shots at him. So I take 2 shots at this guy, one of them goes in, and I'm not spotted, so I'm going to come by, get a shot of the T52, and you have to be careful here, guys. I just missed this shot because the dispersion was really bad. Or not the dispersion, I'm sorry. The gun elevation, whatever it's called. So I couldn't get that shot off, so I take one shot from the T-52, unfortunately, and you know, big deal, guys. Right? We took like 100 damage. It's not a big deal to me, but you know, you have to be mindful that this tank only has 660 HP, so we've taken a shot from the Achilles as well. And when you get spotted here, guys, something to keep in mind is you have to get down. You're not safe to sit right here because these guys will have shots on you. I've seen that happen to mediocre players all the time. They think they're safe by this building and they end up getting absolutely whacked. You have to get down into the valley there, into this little riverbed, so that you are safe from people that are over here. This is where I start telling them, like, you see me drawing on the map, but like, no one has XVM, guys. There's literally no one on this team that has XVM, so no one can see the arrows that I'm drawing except me. But I'm telling them, I'm clicking like, look, you guys have shots at the M6. Takes the shots at the M6, and you can see they're shooting now. So at least they're paying attention. I don't know if I influence them to do that, but you know, some people are just very average players, guys. They just look at what's in front of them. They don't, you know, I'm totally okay with that. They just don't see like, you know, what's going on, where they have shots. And even when I was a noob, I remember someone doing the same thing to me. We were pressing this side of the map, and the person was like, you have shots. Like, dude, you have shots. Take the shots. And I looked over. I think I was in a heavy tank or something like that. And I looked over and I had shots. So like I was learning, guys. This was years ago, like when studs just came out. I want to say it was like 2017 or something like that. I don't know. Time just blurs together for me, guys, you know, with the COVID, especially like this whole like year and a half, it just felt like almost no time went by. I don't know, guys. It's just the older I get, it just feels like the years go by faster and faster. It's freaking scary. But anyway, guys, we're making this pass here, and there's a lot of strategy to talk about on this map, guys. Like, making this pass is very dangerous. If there's people over here, you got to be very careful when you come up to this line. Like, I like to come up here because there's some bushes. Usually you can stay unlit and spot people that are in the back. But if you have people that are over here, you got to be really, really cautious, guys. You got to pay attention. Like, the M6 and T-34 could have easily had shots on me there. So it's something to keep in mind if you're making a play like this. You know, you're going to want to definitely wiggle out if you get lit, if there's people there. But that's not always the case, right? Sometimes you clean up people here and all that's left is people that are camping back here. If that's the case, then it's easier to make that play. So, geez, guys, I'm like running out of breath. I'm talking so much, you know, so much strategy, but I'm glad because, you know, it keeps the video more exciting if I keep talking about something, right? So, hopefully all the strategy talk helps you guys, but to emphasize one more time, guys, just be really careful by this, you know, river thing over here, because there's so many times where I've died early on in the game, just because of my own, you know, stupidity, and you know, just be extra careful and use your map awareness, guys. I always say, you know, someone who looks at the map a lot is already better than, like, I would say like 60-70% of players that play World of Tanks, if you just look at the map and you're aware of what's going on. So we're running through here, guys, and I got spotted like right here. It was probably the 12T, so what I did is I went all the way down, hugged the red line, and came like this. And we spot the 12T, we get one into him, it looks like. Artie's here as well, and I'm just going to use this building for hard cover until I'm unlit, and then I think I go for it, guys. We're at 2100 spotting, by the way, 341 damage, and I think I was at like, I want to say it was like 94 something percent on the mark, so we were pretty close. And you know, when you're at 94 something percent on a tier 6, especially tier 5s, right? But tier 6, these lower tiers where players aren't quite as good, if you have a really good game, it like skyrockets your percentage, guys. So I was pretty confident that if I had more than like 2500 combined, I was probably going to get the mark on this tank. So we're just waiting, guys. We have to be really cautious about dying because, like, I'm at the point where I'm thinking like I need just a couple hundred more combined. So I'm waiting. Like, I don't want to die. I'm trying to be really careful with my HP. And then I go to the Thunderbolt and I said, you know, help. I give him like, you know, help, tell him help. And he says affirmative. So I'm like, all right, I know he's paying attention to where I'm going. So I'm going to go. And I spot the T-34 back here, I believe. He appears right here, and there he is. He gets one into me. I go like this, and I'm like, crap, man, this guy's gonna press me. He presses me. I bounce. At least I get the shot from the Thunderbolt. He bounces the second one, but I'm able to kill the T-34-85M before he gets the second shot into me. It was really lucky, guys, that I bounced that, but honestly, I might have gotten it anyway. I think when I got the mark, it was like 95.15% or something like that. So it could have been really close. Like, honestly, if I didn't bounce that, there's a chance I might not have gotten the mark because I got extra spotting damage and damage from being alive. And then I rushed the Artie and I rammed him. So I got an extra 227 spotting and like actually I think all his HP I got in spotting and damage, if you know what I mean. So that was an extra like 350. So that could have honestly made the difference, right? I mean, we did what is that, like about 3,000 combined, and that's what got us the mark, guys. So that's the 3-mark game for the MT-25. Let's get into the M plates. Okay, got them right here. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna listen to the studs music in the background. So got the 3-mark, guys. First class, and you know, it was a pretty damn good game. I'll be honest. I mean, like, I've had better games on studs overall. Like, it was a little sloppy there at the end, going after the T-34 and stuff. But ultimately, guys, I think it was a pretty damn good game. Look, we got the 3-mark, so you can't say it was a bad game. We got our scout badge, so, I mean, that's phenomenal. 2,500 spotting, guys, 538 damage. Turns out this was over 3,000 combined. And here we are, guys. So 538 damage, 3 kills, 918 experience. We got that badge, and I'm going to close this out because it's getting really loud now. So, I mean, look, guys, even if I only did 538 damage, it's all about the combined. So we did 2,500 spotting or something like that. Look, guys, I mean, even if it's sloppy, if you mark a tank or you achieve what you're trying to achieve, there's no sense in calling it a bad game. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this game now, so I always want to have perfect games. I want to be so smooth with spotting people. I don't want to take any damage in like these tier 6 games because I think I'm better than everybody else. I'm so cocky, but don't be like that, guys. So anyway, you can see how we have this thing set up: optics, V-stab, guys, and binocs. And then for the second one, which I can't show you guys because this is paint, obviously, we have the rammer and the rammer directive. So if you guys want to try and mark the MT-25, this is how I would suggest you set it up. Obviously, run rations and bring a lot of gold rounds with you, because these regular AP rounds on the second gun option, by the way, do not have like any fucking pen. So that's how I recommend you run it, guys. And I do have the what do you call it, the configuration to make this thing a little more accurate. 0.32 dispersion is really freaking good if you ask me. 1800 DPM, it's average. 2.11 aiming time, it's pretty average. But like this thing is decent, guys, with the V-stab especially. Like, I would definitely recommend you run it like this. And you know, so far, I mean, I'm doing pretty well in this tank. We're only averaging 750 damage, which I feel like is a little low for me, seeing as I average 700 in the A20, which is, you know, the tier 5 version of it. And I average like almost 1,000 in the 12T, but I'll take 750, guys. Like, I'm okay with that. You know, the MT-25, I think part of the problem is the pen. Really, like, I really think it's a pen. Like, I always try not to shoot the APCRs, and when I was marking it, I was basically just spamming APCR, so I was doing a lot more damage, because this was even lower before. Anyway, guys, let's end this, you know, video. I'm rambling on. 2,500 assist, 538 total damage. We lost some coin here, obviously, for shooting the APCRs. 8-minute game. That's it, guys. So hope you enjoyed this one in the MT-25. I'm so glad I 3-marked, you know, one of the tier 6 lights, guys. And now we're on our journey to try and 3-mark the tier 6 lights. And it's gonna be a challenge, guys. Like the tier 8, even 90, me marking that was like a miracle. It took me like 1,000 battles. Like, I'm not a skill for LTU, so I am not quite that good. I'm going to try my best to 3-mark some of these tanks. I'm at like 90% on the 12T. We'll see how it goes, guys. I hope you have a great day. Take care, and bye-bye.